Hi, I'm Amy Fulgham. Thank you for joining me for a Vinyasa class with Under the Same Moon Yoga. So I was trying to figure out this week what my next Dharma talk was going to be, and I picked up the book I was reading. I've gotten to page 12 of Marianne Williamson's Return to Love, and this was the first sentence I read. Until your knees finally hit the floor, you're just playing at life. And on some level, you're scared because you know you're just playing. The moment of surrender is not when life is over, it's when it begins. And I thought, that's it. Surrender. I have been thinking in one way or another about surrender almost every day since March 12th, the day I lost my job because of COVID. What was supposed to be a long-term job was definitely not long-term, but it was temporary. So surrender was coming up almost every day, thinking about just being in the moment and being grateful that I could focus on enjoying first the spring weather and then the summer weather. But we still don't know when this is going to end. Not able to make plans, having to let go of plans that we had made. And it wasn't until middle of May, though, when I was starting to have some relationship issues that I found myself lying in bed one night, and I just got to that point where I said, okay, God, I surrender. Just do with me what you will, because all the plans I thought were pretty good plans don't seem to be happening. I surrender. And surrender is a big, important concept in yoga. According to Patanjali, Ishvara Pranidhana, which is the Sanskrit for surrendering to God, is your fast-track way to finding yoga, which is union with the divine. Now, I don't know how you feel about union with the divine, but I imagine almost all of us have thought at one time or another in the last few months, last 3 or 4 months since all this coronavirus stuff started, that what can we do but surrender? So I did a little research and about surrendering in yoga, and most of the articles I found when I Googled were about yin yoga, which is a wonderful practice, but it's really slow, where you take about 3 to 5 minutes in each pose, and you really have to surrender into the sensations. And I love yin yoga, but that's not what this class is going to be about. This class is going to be about building up strength, building up balance to work up to a handstand. And then just letting go of whether we can reach that handstand or not. and knowing that we're not giving up. We're surrendering to the outcome, but that doesn't mean we can't come back tomorrow or the next day and work on handstand again. There was this one article I found, I think it was Yoga Journal. It was written by Keith Kashtik, and he put in a little piece of a poem by William Blake that has a lot to do with surrender. He who binds to himself a joy does the winged life destroy. But he who kisses the joy as it flies lives in eternity's sunrise. So take a moment to close your eyes and set an intention for this class. And think about whether you are binding yourself to joy, or are you kissing it as it flies by? Take a deep breath and exhale. Take another deep breath join me in a round of Om. Om. Make your way to a child's pose. Bring your knees wide and your big toes together. Stretch your arms out in front. Bring your rear back to your heels, and you can bring your forehead down to the floor, down to your mat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Come up just a little bit, leaving your lower part of your body where it is. On the inhale, lift your left arm and thread the needle. Bring your shoulder down to the floor. Your right arm can stretch forward, or you can bring it behind you for the bind. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale your arm up, back to the floor, and change sides. Inhale, the right arm comes up, and exhale, thread the needle on this side. Your right shoulder is coming down the floor. You can put your head down to the floor. Your left arm can stretch out ahead, in front of you, or you can bring it behind you for the bind. And take a deep breath in and out. Inhale the arm up. Now straighten out, full length on the floor. Your right arm comes out to the side. We're going to try broken wing. So you're going to roll over on that right shoulder. Your top leg can come back to the floor behind you. That may be enough of a stretch, or you can bring your top arm around. See if it can grab onto somewhere on the arm. And feel this stretch in your shoulder. You can also feel it in the lower back. Take a deep breath. And make your way back down flat on the floor. Stretch your left arm out. You're going to roll over to the left side. Your top leg can come to the floor. And you might be able to bring your top arm to wrap around you. Take a deep breath here. Feeling that stretch in the front of your shoulders. The next inhale, come back. Bring your arms in front of you for Sphinx pose. Your legs are straight behind you. Hold that pose, keep breathing in and out, and release it down a little bit. And in this Sphinx pose, see if you can let go of some of the tension in your neck. Now your arms are really working here. Now bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. See if you can push breath in. Deep breath out. Walk your feet up between your hands. And now you can just hang here in a ragdoll. Your neck relaxes. Your hands can hold on to opposite shoulders. Sway here. Release that back, but you're also getting a stretch in your hamstrings. Hands come back to the floor. Roll all the way up. Once you reach the top, roll your shoulders back. Step forward to the front of your mat in Tadasana. Take a moment in Tadasana to really feel the energy coming up through the floor, through your feet, rising all the way up to the crown of your head and beyond. Your next inhale, your arms come above your head, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, right foot back to a little lunge. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, the right foot comes between the hands. Inhale, the left foot comes forward to meet the right. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms above head, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg comes back to low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up to three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot comes between the hands. Inhale, right foot comes forward to meet the left. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, right leg comes back to a low lunge. Exhale, left foot comes back and lower. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up to a three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot comes between the hands. Inhale, left foot comes forward to meet the right. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, left leg comes back to a low lunge. Exhale, lower all the way to bring the hands down to the floor. Inhale, jumper step back to chaturanga. Exhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, jumper step between your hands. Inhale, look up. Exhale, Vinyasa. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Tadasana. Take a deep breath here. Or you can come down to child's pose if you like. Take another deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, raise the arms to Urdhva. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, jumper step back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up to three-legged dog. Exhale, right leg comes between the hands. Inhale, lift your torso and your arms to a high lunge. Exhale, in the pose. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend to a low lunge. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend to a low lunge. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, come into extended side angle. Right elbow comes to your knee. Your chest is open. You're looking up at your hand if possible. Or you can look forward or down. If possible, look up at your arm, your hand, your left hand. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, triangle. Your left hip comes back. Your right arm reaches forward. Exhale, right arm down, left arm up. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, flying warrior. Feet come in. You're moving to the left side of your mat. Look up between your hands. Exhale, goddess. Your feet turn out. Your legs plie. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale to the back of the mat into warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. Bring your left foot back to downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, the left leg comes up, three-legged dog. Exhale, the left foot comes between your hands. Your right foot, your right ankle is off the ground, your right heel. Inhale, lift your body and your arms for lunge. Exhale into pose. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale into the lunge. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, then come into extended side angle. Your right heel comes to the floor, your left elbow comes to your knee. If possible, look up to the right hand. Take a deep breath here. Tuck your tailbone. Inhale. Triangle. Your right hip comes back. Your left arm reaches forward. Exhale. Your left arm comes down. You look up at your right arm. And take a deep breath here. For triangle. Taking care to knit your ribs together and hold your tummy in. Your abdominals. Inhale. Lift. Flying warrior. Feet turn in. Exhale, goddess. Feet turn out. Inhale, flying warrior. Feet turn in. Exhale, goddess. Feet turn out. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. And rotate to the front of the mat for warrior two. And exhale deeper into the pose. Inhale. Peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands on either side of your right foot. Your right foot comes back to downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa if you like. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale downward facing dog. Inhale right foot comes up to three-legged dog. Exhale right foot comes between the hands. Your left heel is off the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sit into the lunge here. Inhale, straighten that front leg. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extended side angle. The left heel comes to the floor. See if you can bring your hand all the way to the floor this time. And looking up into the left hand. Take a deep breath here. As you're breathing in this pose, you are tucking your tailbone, your ribs are knitted together. Your right shoulder is pressed against your right knee. Inhale to triangle. Your left hip comes back, your right hand stretches forward. Your hand comes down, your left arm is up. For triangle. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, come all the way up, turn to the left side of your mat. Flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your mat. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, the right heel comes up, the right arm comes forward to meet the left. And then you're sitting here in the plie. And exhale, come up to warrior two. Warrior three. And breathe here. Inhale, tree. You can use your right hand to adjust your foot so that it's pressing against your left leg. Your hands are in heart center. They can grow your tree. You can bring your right arm to your right leg. Bend over for a little side stretch. Reverse that. Bring your hands back to heart center. And everyone come back to the warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down on either side of the left foot and back to downward facing dog. Left side. Inhale, your left leg comes up, three-legged dog. Exhale, the left foot comes between the hands. Your right heel comes up. Inhale to the lunge. Exhale here. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Extended side angle. See if you can bring that left hand down. Looking up at your right hand, continue breathing. Your left arm is pressing against your left knee. You're looking up. Your ribs are knit together. Inhale, triangle. Straighten that front leg. Left arm stretches out. Exhale. Look up at your right hand. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. Straighten up. Flying warrior. Goddess. Flying warrior. Goddess. Flying warrior. Goddess. Flying warrior to warrior two in the front of your mat. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Bring your left hand to meet your right. Your left heel comes up. Exhale in the pose. On your next inhale, come up into warrior three. deep breath here, holding this balance. Inhale. Your next inhale, come up to a tree pose. Adjust your foot. Bring your hands to heart center. You can grow your tree. Left arm comes down. Or side bend here. Reverse that. Hands to heart center. And everyone come back to warrior two. Cartwheel the hands to the side of the right foot. Your right foot comes back. Take a vinyasa if you like. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more round of that. So right leg comes up to three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot comes between the hands. Inhale, lift your arms and body up, and exhale into the lunge. Inhale, straighten the front leg, and exhale. Inhale, straighten, and exhale. Inhale, straighten, and exhale. Coming into extended side angle. The right arm comes down. The left arm is up in the air. If you want to, take a bind. Continue breathing in this pose. Your right arm is pressing against your right knee. Inhale, the right arm comes back. Left arm comes up. Stretch to triangle. Right arm reaches forward. Exhale, the right arm comes down, the left arm comes up. And take a deep breath here. Inhale, flying warrior, feet turn in. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two to the back of the mat. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Next inhale, your right heel comes up. You bring your right arm here to meet your left. Take an exhale here. Next inhale, come up into warrior three. And hold the pose. Make sure your back leg is turned. It's not turned out. It's not exactly turned in, but I have to think about turning it in for it not to turn out. And your right foot is pressing against the back as if it is pressing against the wall. Your next inhale, come up to tree. We're going to hold the hands in heart center. Take a deep breath there. Inhale, Padangusthasana. Take the yogi toe lock around the right big toe. You're going to bring your left hand to your waist. The right leg stretches forward. And then the right leg stretches to the side. See if you can bring your left arm out and look over to the left side. Take a deep breath here. See if you can let go of that right toe. And then come into eagle. So the right leg stretches around. Maybe goes to the double wrap. Your right arm comes under for eagle arms. And if possible, sink a little lower, bringing your elbows in front of your knee. And breathe here. Woo. Next inhale, come back to warrior two. And exhale into pose. Inhale, cartwheel the hands down either side of the left foot. And bring your left foot back to a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Inhale, left leg comes up a three-legged dog. Exhale, left leg comes between the hands. Inhale, lift up to a low lunge. And exhale into pose. Inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, right hip comes back, left arm comes forward. Exhale, left arm comes down, right arm comes up. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, up to flying warrior over the left side of your mat. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your mat. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, the left heel comes up. Left arm comes forward. Keep your arms parallel. Exhale here. Inhale, up into warrior three. Exhale here. Pressing that heel as if it's pressing against the wall. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, up to tree pose. Arms at heart center. And just hold for a deep breath here. Arms at heart center. Bring your right hand to your hip. Grab your left toe and yogi toe lock. And on your next inhale, stretch your left leg forward to Vinyasa. Take a deep breath. Inhale, the left leg comes to the side. And you might be able to extend your right arm, look over the right arm. You might be able to let go. And then come into eagle. Double round if possible. The left arm comes beneath the left arm comes beneath the right. And bend forward if possible. Elbows coming in front of the knees. And take a deep breath here. Next inhale, straighten back. Exhale into warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down. Either side of the right foot. The right foot comes back. Downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa if you like. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here, take a deep breath, or you can come to child's pose if you like. On your next inhale, your right leg comes up to three-legged dog. And roll forward to a plank. Inhale, bring your nose to your knee. Exhale, the leg out. Inhale, right knee to right elbow. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, right knee to left elbow. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, the right foot between the hands. Bring the left foot in just a few inches. Lift up, straighten both legs. And then exhale into pyramid pose. Take a full breath here. So your feet are on railroad tracks. They're not in the same line. Just a few inches apart. You want to do one in front. And try to keep your right leg straight. If you can't bend all the way for your nose to touch your knee, that's okay. But this, for today, keep your right leg straight. And just relax into it as much as possible. Next inhale. Look out in front of you. You take your left hand across your right foot. Bring your right hand to your sacrum for the triangle here. And on your next breath, lift your right arm and if possible, look up to your right hand. I find that really you're not sitting on your left foot. Inhale, the left arm comes up, your right arm comes behind you, flat on the floor if possible, for that twist here. Twist your left arm on the outside of your right knee and look back. Take a deep breath. Next inhale, take a counter twist. Twist over the other side. From this position, you're going to swing your right leg back behind you and come up into fallen star. So your left foot is in front, your right arm is up, and you're looking up to your right arm. Take a deep breath. Walk your hands down. Your left foot comes back to a three-legged dog. Bring that left foot between your hands. Oops, that's not quite right. Your left foot is back. You're rolling forward to a plank. Inhale, bring your nose to your knee. Your knee to your nose. Back to a three-legged dog. Inhale, the left knee comes to the left arm. Exhale back. Inhale, left knee comes to the right elbow. Exhale back. Inhale, the right foot comes between the hands. Bring the right foot in a few inches so that both feet come flat on the floor. They're in train tracks. Both feet are flat on the floor. And you look up. Keeping that left leg straight, bring your head down, only as far as you can go without bending your front knee, just for today. Some people might have you do it a different way, a different day, but just for today, if you have to bend your knee to go any further, then just stop wherever your edge is. Take a deep breath here. Next breath. Look up, cross your right hand in front of your foot. Returning. Press really hard with that right hand against the floor so that it can help you to twist your body even more. So that you can look up at the ceiling. Take a deep breath. Try to keep both legs very straight and rooted into the floor. It'll help you twist a little bit. Bring both hands back to the floor and forward a little bit so that you can come up into a standing split. Once again, make sure you do not turn your leg out. It should be straight down and bring the crown of your head towards the floor. And from this position, lift your left heel. Really engage the abs to do this. Again, and lower, and again, raise, and lower. Now take your right leg, it's going to bend down, straighten back to a split. Second time, bend, straighten back to a split. A third time, bend, and then bring that knee to the floor. Both cheeks are down on the floor. Your left foot is flat on the floor. Put your left hand behind you, right arm up. And exhale into the twist. Trying to look back to the back of the mat. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, counter twist to the other side. How do they move? Fallen star. And then you come back. I don't think I did quite right. Bring both your feet back to a downward facing dog. And take a vinyasa if you like. Forward plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now this time, take a deep breath here in downward facing dog, or you can take a child's pose if you like. For just a little brief rest, we're going to go into our handstand. So coming back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet in about halfway. We'll start with the right leg up. Looking between your hands, really pressing down with the palm and all 5 fingers on each side. Your right leg is up, your left leg, you come up to a releve here. Take a little bend and just give it 5 hops on the side. Back to a child's pose. We're going to try the same thing on the left side. Just try 5 hops on either side, on both sides. Make sure that you just ground yourself and try to get that same alignment every time. It doesn't matter if you stay up, just give it a try. Come back to that downward facing dog. Walk your feet in. Your left leg comes up, your right heel comes off the ground. Your shoulders are right over your hands. We're going to do a little hop. Come back to the child's pose. And you just let go of the results. Try it again tomorrow. Now swing your legs around. And roll all the way down for a bridge pose. Stretch your hands toward your heels. We're going to roll all the way up. A bridge pose. Clasp your hands underneath. Roll your shoulders under. Press your heels. Press your hips up. Take a deep breath here. And roll all the way down. You may want to try another bridge pose, or you may be able to come into wheel. Coming into wheel, your feet where they are, parallel, your knees and your toes are facing towards the front, and your arms above head. Flex your arms, flex your hands, that is. Bring your hands down in front of your shoulders, and then come on up to a wheel. And take 5 breaths here. Try to make sure that you're keeping your knees pointing straight, and as if you're pressing against a block that's between your knees. Bringing your knees towards each other, but not touching. And then bring your chin to your chest. Roll down. We want to bring your knees in. Rock them back and forth. Give a little stretch to your lower back. And then we're going to roll forward, back, give it a little more massage, and forward, back, and forward, back, forward. Straighten your legs out, straight in front of you. Lift your bum cheeks for Paschimottanasana. So your feet are straight out. You can bend your knees on this one if you need to. Lift your arms up. Getting a lot of length here in your however you want to. Either hold on with a yogi toe lock, or you can put your hands around your feet. And exhale into the pose. And hold this pose for 5 breaths. Rolling up. Bring your feet together. The feet are touching. Your knees are bent. We're going to lower into Supta Baddha, also called Goddess pose. Rest here. You are surrendering here. Surrendering your knees to gravity. A little surrender here. Breathe deeply into the pose. We are reaching our final pose of Shavasana. So go ahead and relax your shoulder blades to the floor. And you can either stay in Supta Baddha, or if you like, you can straighten your legs and just relax everything down into Shavasana. Shavasana, also called corpse pose, is the final surrender. You are preparing yourself for death. You're completely surrendering your body. Let go of all that tension, all that work we did, thrown out the window. So we come back to the mat tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you like. If you've enjoyed the playlist, most of it came from Vijay Parik's playlist on Spotify called Yoga Songs Featuring South Asian Artists. You can find that on Spotify. Thank you for joining me for today's class. I hope you can kiss that joy as it flies by and then surrender. Namaste. Thank you.